morning, Charleston, and thank you for joining us. I'm Conley Grayson. Let's send it over to meteorologist Sherston Clark. Sherston, happy Friday.
TGIF. We made it through another work week here in the Lowcountry. And you know what? This week actually went by pretty quickly.
I thought so too.
Hey, you know what? We'll take it, right? It's one day closer to the weekend. We're starting the day off dry. The last couple of mornings we've had more of that onshore flow, so that's been allowing those showers to work onshore. We don't have that this morning. Instead, we've just got some passing clouds, high pressure continuing to build on in. It is still warm and muggy though. That has not changed. 75 in Moncks Corner, 77 in Somerville, and 78 right now in Charleston with those dew points in the middle to upper 70s. So shaping up to be another hot and humid day ahead of us. We're going to top out into the middle 90s this afternoon. With that high pressure, that's going to help warm us up as we not only wrap up the weekend, but even as we head into wrap up the week and head into this weekend. We're also going to be looking a little bit drier. We'll hang on to a mix of sun and clouds through Sunday. Can't completely rule out that sea breeze shower or thunder shower. We're going to take a full look at your weekend forecast and talk more on that heat and humidity. All of that coming up here in just a little while.
Charleston County Council is making an amendment to the current budget and looking to revisit a transportation sales tax.
So we want to make sure that our county employees feel valued, are valued.
Following recommendations from the County Finance Office, County Council voted to approve a one-time $2,000 bonus for full-time employees of the county. The money coming from the budgeted reserve fund.
We do really appreciate the work of our staff. Government employees are extraordinarily valuable, but sometimes you don't see that in the salary.
Council also followed another recommendation from Finance, renaming the Rainy Day Fund to the Disaster Rescue Fund amid uncertainty regarding FEMA and federal funding.
But we are prepared when there is a storm or disaster. That also comes with a new designation of County Council stating there is a declared state of emergency. So we'd have to take that vote to deploy those funds in the future.
The new fund establishes a boundary of 8% of funds from the general fund. The disaster reserve holds $17 million. Also on the agenda, a discussion regarding Mount Pleasant Town Council's recent resolution opposing part of the Highway 41 improvement project, which looks to create a road along the edge of Laurel Hill Park.
We're just asking to work with y'all to save the Phillips community and save the forest in Laurel Hill Park.
Council members voiced concerns about the years of work that have already been put into the project and the risk of losing state funding if any changes are made. The council also moving forward with discussions of a new transportation sales tax.
One of the most important things we want to do is make sure that voters understand that County Council is listening to them. And so we will go community by community to make sure that we are identifying the priority needs in those areas.
The next regular County Council meeting is next Tuesday, July 22nd at 6:30 p.m. in Council Chambers. People gathered in downtown Charleston as part of the Good Trouble Lives On National Day of Action. The day coincides with the anniversary of the passing of Congressman John Lewis. The public spoke about nonviolent resistance, supporting immigrants, and the power of boycotts. Several Charleston political officials were there, including Democratic Party member Sam Scardon, a former aide to John Lewis. Organizers say events like this are about getting the public involved in the ongoing fight for civil liberties.
I think especially in a place like South Carolina, a lot of times people think they're completely alone, they're in this, that no one else shares these same passions and really concerns about what's going on in the country, but there are a lot of people that share those concerns, and there's a lot of people that if we come together, they can find a lot more courage.
Last night's protest was one of many across the country. Organizers say they hope the nationwide call to action will grab the attention of those who can make real change. In your community, making emergency services more accessible. That's a goal of a new fire and EMS station being built in Summers Corner. Dorchester County officials broke ground on the project yesterday. Plans for the facility have been in the works for more than 5 years. And now with the project finally in motion, officials say it's all about accommodating the neighborhood as it continues to grow.
We're trying to make sure we put stations in places that can get to people within 10 minutes, within 5 miles. We're going to continue, as growth continues, to put stations in the right place, and this is just the next phase.
The station will be located on Clayfield Trail in Dorchester County. People looking to enjoy Buffalo Wild Wings in Mount Pleasant will have to wait a little longer. The restaurant was supposed to have its grand opening yesterday, but in a letter posted to the front door, the business cites a delayed issuance of a permit as a reason for the delay. The note didn't give a timeline for its opening, but the new location will be the 4th Buffalo Wild Wings in the area. Efforts continue to re-nourish and fix up a damaged West Ashley waterway in the Maryville community. The Department of Natural Resources SCORE program, Charleston Waterkeeper, and volunteers were busy paddleboarding and planting in Old Town Creek yesterday. News 4 photojournalist Jason Ty shows us why the work is important.
So today we are doing a grass planting. It is a grass planting at high tide. We're going to be getting all the volunteers on paddle boards with a couple trays of grass each. We are going to be floating a couple inches over a marsh dieback area, basically a mud flat. Woo!
We're restoring a historically important impaired waterway by replanting, reestablishing the marsh.
We're going to be planting those Spartina grass pots into the mud from a couple inches above the mud, floating on paddle boards.
So marsh grass is super important. Ecologically, it offers provisioning services, regulating services. It filters and traps harmful contaminants out of the ecosystem.
Normal high tides, you can't get back here.
So at Waterkeeper, we're all about making sure our waterways are healthy and clean, and this is directly impacting that mission.
You're not trying to rip them out from their roots, you're trying to keep that whole kind of thing together. We spawned the idea of paddleboarding because that sounds a lot more fun. We're able to do this whole process a lot more efficiently. We're able to plant way more grass than we used to be able to with our old method, and we're able to do it a lot easier with a lot less strenuous work on our staff, on our volunteers, as well as it's a lot more fun to paddleboard and I love getting muddy, but it's fun to paddleboard too.
Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear was in Charleston last night. He also spent time with Democrats in Greenville and Columbia this week. Governor Beshear confirmed he's considering a run for the White House in 2028. South Carolina is still on track to hold the first Democratic presidential primary, making it a key state to win. Beshear thinks the party must remind people that it's focused on everyday issues like the cost of living and job security. He called out the Trump administration, saying its top officials are obsessed with culture war issues and not improving the lives of lower and middle class Americans.
I believe people are a lot less political than sometimes they're talked about. They care about their job, their next doctor's appointment, the roads and bridges they drive, the public school that their kids go to, and whether they feel safe in their community. And if you can better someone's life in any of those areas, they'll change the way they vote.
South Carolina Democrats suffered crushing losses locally and statewide in November. Republicans won 6 out of the 7 congressional districts, secured supermajorities in the State House and Senate, and sent President Trump to Washington with more than 58% of the vote. Stay with us. Still to come, President Donald Trump is facing uproar from his supporters over the Jeffrey Epstein files. His response after the break. Plus, ChatGPT has a new feature. We have more details for you on News 4 next.